Apple Card is the credit card created by Apple. You earn 3% daily cash back up front when you use it to buy a new iPhone 15, AirPods, or any products at Apple. And you can automatically grow your daily cash at 4.15% annual percentage yield when you open a high-yield savings account. Apply for Apple Card in the Wallet app on iPhone. Apple Card subject to credit approval. Savings is available to Apple Card owners subject to eligibility. Savings accounts by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, member FDIC. Terms apply.
Max, the one to watch for the best in entertainment, now has live sports with the Bleacher Report sports add-on.
5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go.
Stream hundreds of select live games from MLB.
That's gonna go!
NBA, NHL, U.S. Soccer, and NCAA Men's March Madness.
We just see what we think we just saw!
And it's all included for a limited time with any Max subscription.
He got him!
After the promo period, add it for $9.99 a month. Base subscription required.
This episode is brought to you by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Some things are just better together, like party playlists and Friday nights, campfires and ghost stories, peanut butter and chocolate. And Reese's Cups are the perfect combination of creamy peanut butter and delicious milk chocolate. So, when you want something sweet, you can't do better than Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Buy Reese's today wherever candy is sold.
But one thing he did say before he left is that he defended the Super League. And what he also defends is basically he's trying to say that the football is somewhat broken. I'm paraphrasing. And that it's in need of reform at the moment. Because what we're seeing is we need to create an ecosystem because there is no longer stability. He wants to keep a balance. And I think that it's an interesting point of view because obviously there's people who are so against the Super League or so against any reforms. And there are those that feel, yes, something needs to be changed. He goes on to say the current regulators do not want to hear about football's problems. They are in a monopoly position, and I hope the European Court will recognize UEFA's dominant position. Now, that's in reference, the last bit at least, to the Super League and the problems that they've had with UEFA in general. But I think when he talks about reform, I think there's a lot of us that do agree that something needs to be done. And this is where we have to be careful. And I think that what people live in a very black and white world sometimes, in which if you say, yes, I agree with many of the things that Super League proposes, they think that you agree with all of it and that you're somehow criticizing England for being rich and not actually accepting that they've done a very good job. For one thing, you could be a very well-managed team, such as, say, Milan right now. But unfortunately for you, you are facing bureaucratic problems in building a stadium. Unfortunately for you, you live in a country that doesn't have the economy of Germany and England. Unfortunately for you as well, the average fan in Italy earns far less than the average fan does in England. So when it comes to supporting your team from a commercial and merchandising point of view, many Italians simply cannot afford to drop €100 on a replica kit for their child. So they do start buying, whatever they can find in the street that costs them a few euros. They can't go out and buy the official merchandise of the club that they support because it's too expensive, especially when you were comparing wages between the two countries. England benefit from having a very big economy, a great economy, an open market, and the ability that the different countries and different investors from all around the world can invest in. Germany, for example, have a model in which the fans own 51% of the club. The second talking point is obviously an interview. I don't know if anyone's seen this because it hasn't actually been noted much or translated into English, but Dino Baggio had an interview with TV7 and spoke about the death of Gianluca Caviali and also spoke about the supplements that they were tasked with taking in the 90s. And he sort of is wondering whether any of these things have had an impact on the players and whether or not this is something that we should investigate. So let me start off with this topic because it's been an interesting one and I don't feel like it's been covered. It's been covered extensively by Spanish media, but for some reason there's not much of it written in English.
L'ex calciatore Dino Baggio ai microfoni di TV7 ha voluto ricordare Gianluca Vialli, scomparso a 58 anni per un tumore al pancreas. Non sono mancati gli accenni al doping e la richiesta di investigare sulle sostanze che gli sportivi erano soliti
So he did an interview where he said that he calls it doping in football. And then in an interview that he then has with Gazzetta, he clarifies and says, what I mean is by the supplements that they were all legal and given to us and checked and controlled and all correct. And they were given to us by the doctors. But he is referring to sort of IV drips, pills that were then given to players so they can recover from games quickly. That would speed up that. And he just simply says that I think it's necessary to investigate the substances taken in those periods, even if they were simply just multivitamins. He is saying that I feel like it's something we need to look at. Did the body expel all these substances? Do we feel safe? Has this had an impact on our health in any way? Obviously, I'm sure right now you've seen some videos going around in social media that shows videos of when Fabio Cannavaro, when he was at the time at Parma, getting an IV drip. It is an interesting topic. Obviously, this was something that back in the day, Zdeněk Zeman used to say that, he pointed the finger at alleged pharmaceutical abuse in Italian soccer. Become a member at patreon.com/Serie Chronicles for regular bonus episodes and content.
Sports Social Podcast Network.
Capture the spirit of the holidays like never before with Rockbrook Camera, Nebraska and Western Iowa's premier camera store since 1975. Rockbrook Camera has the latest cameras and lenses, so you can preserve precious memories and learn new photography skills that will last a lifetime. Let the knowledgeable photography pros at Rockbrook Camera show you how to take great pictures of family traditions, the kids' sporting events, and the kids' big holiday musical. Rockbrook Camera is always ready to help with amazing customer support. Join one of their photo classes to learn the best tips and order a beautiful, custom-made gift from their photo lab. Capture the beauty and majesty of winter's snowy landscapes. Be prepared for holiday gatherings and be ready to capture all the family fun. Visit Rockbrook Camera today, 1 block south of 168th and West Center in Omaha, 70th and Pioneers in Lincoln, or online at rockbrookcamera.com. Rockbrook Camera. Great photography begins here.